What's happening, YouTube? So it's been a few weeks since the news dropped straight from the horse's mouth that Sony will discontinue all disc game production starting in early 2028. This happened the same week that PlayStation customers lost access to hundreds of purchased movies from the PlayStation Digital Store, as the purchase, I'm saying this with air quotes with my hands when I say that, was really just a rental all along. It's truly amazing to watch these big corporations make such disastrous decisions, and sometimes they time them so perfectly for all to see their greed at work. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better gift on a silver platter than for them to display their hypocrisy like this, both showing everyone how bad the all digital future is, within just a few days of announcing their all digital future. Bravo, Sony. Despite the backlash, Sony has not responded in any way. Virtually their entire hardcore fan base, the influencers who talk to the public about PlayStation news, their dedicated customers who buy everything on PlayStation, the big spenders, the loyalists, all of them have so far been completely ignored by this company. Right now, Sony seems to be acting with complete impunity. And for that reason, I want to remind everyone of this, hopefully so that we can keep up the pressure and demand that they don't take away any remaining semblance of both ownership and just having purchasing options for PlayStation games going forward. And that's this. PlayStation doesn't exist without its dedicated fans. They are only here because of us. Now, not that I'm one of their biggest fans, but I've invested a bit in their ecosystem, and a lot of other people do so because of their reputation for being consumer friendly. Right now, Sony is acting entitled as fuck. Seriously, they are entitled little petulant children right now, dropping this and just radio silence. They're forgetting that they won the console war and got as big as they are because they served their customers. Now they're acting like we, the customers, have nowhere to go, so they just do what they want. Basically, they're doing what Microsoft did with Don Matrick in 2013. Remember, they came out and said, hey, fuck you, give me money. Right? Now that's what PlayStation's doing. They need to be reminded that they work for us. Yeah, that's right. They work for us. We're not their financial accountants, giving up our own money to try to help them out. No. We give them money, hard-earned money, and a lot of it these days, in exchange for a good product. They work for us. We paid them. They give us something in return. There's a give and take here. So, if Sony thinks they can cut out physical media and restrict all PlayStation purchases to only their digital store, which has very limited sales compared to many other gaming storefronts, even the Xbox store has way better sales than them, let alone the PC ones, Epic, Steam, GOG, all of them have better sales. Seriously, the PlayStation Store has the worst sales of them all. The least and the smallest discounts. If they think they can do this and push up their profit margins because someone made a business plan on an Excel spreadsheet and didn't consider any real-life variables, any externalities, no. Once again, they work for us. We need to remind them of that. If you use X, Twitter... By the way, why are all you people still using it? Twitter was already shit, I thought, but, now Elon Musk, the trillionaire Bond villain himself, is running it. There's alternatives. Blue Sky and, anything else. You guys know there are alternatives, right? You can stop using the Nazi platform. Anyways. If you do, though, don't let Sony make a single post on there without getting ratioed into oblivion. If any petition comes along saying stop killing physical media, sign it. If anything, it's a number that we can cite and say, hey, look at all the support there is, against this. Go out and buy some physical games. Put it on YouTube. Show everyone, hey, look, I have a physical media collection. It's still a thing. Despite corporate interests, putting their thumbs on the scale to make physical media harder to get, and then turning around and blaming us and saying, oh, we're just following consumer trends, it's your fault, it's the customer's fault. No, fuck that. Show the world you still have a vested interest in having physical games as an option. Now, in the PC space, there are DRM-free digital options like GOG. So in that space, physical media, it's already kind of been dead, but there are other options. There are other things to fight for there. But in the console space, since there is no DRM-free launcher like GOG or itch.io, and there's really no protection for customers, you can't even refund a game you purchase on PlayStation. Once you buy it, you can't get it refunded, which is insane. And look at the prices on the PlayStation Store. We need physical media in that ecosystem. We need it. Even if you mostly or exclusively buy digital, trust me when I say you are benefiting from the continued existence of the physical option in the PlayStation ecosystem. Without it, you'll be paying more too. And above all, if they don't change course, the best thing we can do to fight back is don't get a PlayStation 6. Not only will your back catalog be limited, because your own library, if you have any physical games, the PS6 probably won't have an optical drive. I mean, it seems like that's their plan, to not have one. In addition to that, the graphical leap from the PS5 Pro to the PS6 looks like it's going to be pretty limited, mostly just more AI upscaling and tricks, and not much on hardware improvement. And for their games, their exclusive game output has been pretty slow, mostly as a result of their terrible, just doomed to fail live service push. They probably spent over $1 billion on failed live service projects. I mean, Concord cost hundreds of millions alone, right? And they've had a few others that they canceled without even telling us what they were. They probably put millions into each of those. I mean, it's impressive. It's hard to waste hundreds of millions of dollars. So next time you buy something for $40 and you think I wasted that money, just remember Jim Ryan's track record and you'll feel a whole lot better about yourself. But anyways, the PS6 already looks like something that should have been delayed by at least a couple years, especially while this RAM crisis is in full swing. By the way, the RAM manufacturers, they created this crisis. Look at the windfall profits they've been making, and they're charging way more than the demand, even from all the AI data centers, has created. They're just marking things up to make more money. They're getting big margins. I mean, this is corporate greed on steroids, no guardrails, and this is what happens. This is why we need lawmakers to step in and do something. But yeah, as long as this crisis is ongoing, regardless of the cause and how avoidable it was, don't even make new consoles right now. They're just too expensive to be worth it. We don't need it. Just focus on making new games. Just let the current hardware be the platform they're optimized for. We can sit with the PS5 and the Series X and the current graphics cards. It's okay. Moore's Law may not be dead, but it has slowed down. And that's okay. We can just keep our hardware and enjoy new software, more creative stuff, more games. But anyways, on top of all that, the best way I think to protest Sony's decision is to be loud and clear, saying, I will not get a PlayStation 6 if Sony abandons physical media and does not address this issue in a pro-consumer way. I certainly won't be upgrading. I like my PS5 Pro. By the way, I got a disc drive for it, because I do have some physical games, and I want to have the option to play, put a disc in there. But if this is the direction Sony's going in, there's no way I will continue to invest in their ecosystem when there's such better digital alternatives in the PC space. Again, shout out to GOG, or GOG, Galaxy. Support them if you can. You actually own the executable of the game when you buy from them. And honestly, this is how the law needs to be. The law needs to catch up to what they're doing. Because GOG is always going to be that niche, that one company that does it, and the other bigger ones are not going to do it. because they just make more money when they have more DRM. So the law needs to catch up and actually protect consumers so that when we pay and we click on something that says purchase, we're actually purchasing it. Oh, you're just purchasing a rental, you see? Legal loophole workaround. Now fuck that, we need to actually own our purchases. Anyway, those are my thoughts for now on this. Tell me, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you still want a PS6, you know, given what's happening? And why, if you do. But regardless of that, gaming, you know, don't let it ruin your fun. So, happy gaming.